For a full copy of today's recipe, check us out on Facebook at Poppy's Cucina or right here on YouTube under the community tab. You'll find it right there. So what are we going to make today? Today we're making this super easy but unbelievably delicious. Best of both worlds. Today we're making a no-churn tiramisu ice cream cake. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's so good and so easy. So easy. You're going to love it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is prep your 9-inch springform pan. So what I did was I put a sheet of parchment paper on the bottom, and I also lined the sides with it as well. Very important step. It makes it for a lot easier to take the cake out after it's frozen. So this is an annoying step, but it's an important step. So here in the shallow bowl, I have 2 cups of fresh brewed espresso that I allowed to cool, and I added 1/4 cup of coffee liqueur. So here I have my Savoiardi, also known as ladyfingers. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to dip this in quick. You don't want them too saturated. You want them wet, yes, but you don't want them soaking. So we're just going to put them in and then stand them up on the sides. You can see they're on an angle right now because eventually we are going to do the bottom as well. So those will hold them up. All right, so now we're going to continue to fill this up. Just like that. See, cute so far? All right, so now we're going to set this aside and prep our ice cream. So here in my stand mixer, if you don't have a stand mixer, it's okay. You can always just use a hand mixer. I added 2 cups of cold heavy whipping cream along with 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now we're going to whip this up till we have nice stiff peaks. Make sure you don't over whip it because then you're going to end up with butter, and we don't want butter, no. Unless you needed it, but not for this instance. Just like that. And now to this, we're going to add 2 ounces of that espresso mixture, the one with the coffee liqueur, because it's already been sweetened by the ladyfingers, and the contents of 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. So I'm going to get that all in there. And then we're going to fold it in carefully, because we want to make sure that the whipped cream maintains its integrity. Just like that. Now we're just going to fold this in carefully. Easy so far, right? Nice. Just like that. And now we're going to take half of this mixture and put it on top of the now soaked ladyfingers. So we're going to add half of it right on top of there. Doesn't that look good already? Sure does. Just like that. And now we're going to do another layer of ladyfingers. So we're going to dip them in and get them right on top. You guys see what's happening here? How amazing this is going to be? I don't need to tell you. You could see it. Looks so good. It's so easy. What do you guys think of this recipe? Let me know in the comments, please. If you make this, send me the pictures. Post it on my Facebook page. Let everybody else know how delicious it was. All right, so now we're going to keep adding more of the ladyfingers. Just like that. And now we're going to top this with the remainder of the whipped cream mixture. Right on top. Trying to get it nice and smooth as possible. Look how pretty this is. Beautiful. Make sure you scrape your bowl well. Just like that. Now we're going to cover this up tightly, wrap it up, and into the freezer. It's going to go for a minimum of 4 hours. You really want this to set properly. Ideally, you're going to do it overnight. I know it's going to be tough to wait, but like I said, at least 4 to 6 hours. All right? So we're going to wrap this up. Into the freezer it's going to go. I can't wait. So we've had this in the freezer overnight. Looks like it's set beautifully. Look at it. So now we are going to carefully remove the outside. And we're going to remove the parchment paper. I'm going to find where I made my seal. I'll just cut it. Oh, I'm telling you, the hardest part of this dessert was waiting for it to set. Let me tell you. All right, so now we're going to let this sit at room temperature for just about an hour. And then we're going to do one more thing to it. But does that look amazing? Yes, it does. Sure does. All right, so this has been sitting out. Didn't need to sit out for the full hour. Like, it's getting pretty soft, so like about 30, 40 minutes. All right, so now we're going to add some whipped cream. Just like that. And now we're going to top it with some cocoa powder. How pretty is that? You love it? Now it's time to slice it up and give it a try. Oh, yeah. Buon appetito. Mmm. It's a frozen tiramisu. It's amazing! So creamy, rich. You get all the espresso, even the cocoa. Oh, but my gosh, it's everything. It's everything! You gotta try this. It literally is the best of both worlds. And if you do try this recipe, let us know. Thank you so much for watching.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks!
I can't believe how delicious this is. But let's make that drink. I'm ready. Alright, so for today's espresso tiramisu teeny, we're going to start with 2 ounces of espresso. Make sure it's cooled. You don't want hot espresso on the ice. Alright, they're going to do 1.5 ounces of coffee liqueur. 1.5 ounces of vanilla vodka. And then 1.5 ounces of Irish cream liqueur. Now we're going to give this a good shaky. And we pour. That's right, the garnish is a ladyfinger. Gotta have a ladyfinger if you're having a tiramisu, right? Look how good that looks. Yes. Yes. Now we're going to top it with a little bit of cocoa. You can't get a drink better than this at a bar. Look at it. Yay! Let's give it a try. Salute. Oh, holy cow, that's good. And now I'll even have a snack after we finish it. You have to try this drink. It's like a liquid tiramisu. We got frozen tiramisu. We got liquid tiramisu. It's a tiramisu party. If you try any of today's recipes, let us know. Send us some pics and post them on our Facebook page. And keep sending me your suggestions. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Love you. Cheers.